Welcome to another episode of Finance Friday with Kuya J, aka the Purpose-Driven Advisor. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And this episode will also be available sa aking Pera and Purpose podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and also Apple Podcast. Of course, huge thanks to our regular viewers out there, and a huge shout out to Denari Cash for supporting my advocacy on financial literacy. So if you are new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe sa aking Facebook, YouTube, and connect with me on LinkedIn. Tonight is a very special episode kasi I will be speaking to one of the few people who influenced me into investing when I was new, nung bagong-bago pa lang si Kuya J. After niyang ma-scam, oo, yung initiative niya nakatulong sa akin para makarecover and mabago yung mindset ko from being an employee to an investor. So ang guest ko tonight is the founder of the Global Filipino Investors, aka yung TGFI Facebook page, which currently has 500,000 followers on Facebook promoting financial literacy since 2013. Ayan. And today, yung grupo niya produces webinars and seminars focused on improving money management among Filipinos both in the Philippines and abroad. And one thing na makakarelate tayo sa ating guest, he is also a former OFW who attended a FinLit seminar sa Singapore, which marked the start of his financial journey. So ang episode natin this evening is all about how every Filipino working overseas would be prepared in investing. So help me welcome our guest for tonight, Mr. Philip Floi Wycoco, or Wycoco, sorry. Ano na ako. Mr. Philip Floi Wycoco. Bro,
Hello.
good evening.
Hi. Good evening. Good evening.
Na ano na
Floi
ako,
na lang.
nag-rattle na ako.
Mas kilala talaga nila ako as Floi.
As Floi, okay.
Medyo may history kasi yung full name na yan. Kaya ako ginagamit sa Facebook. Dahil before, medyo sobrang ano pa tayo, sobrang, active pa rin naman until today. But more of, nung time na we're investigating different organizations when it comes to mga investment scams. So medyo active tayo in exposing them and ni-report nila yung account ko. So yung name ko na Floi Wycoco hindi ko magamit at for some reason. So I had to use my full name and I had to make my own Facebook page. So yan yung story. Yan.
Yung pala
so,
yung story nun.
Yes. Yun
Oo nga.
yung story. So nung nagka-pamilya, medyo mas naging busy rin dahil of course TGFI is a corporation, so lumaki yung role in the organization, of course sustaining the organization, the company. So medyo na busy lang ng konti in terms of sa social media aspect, pero active pa rin naman. Of course the organization itself, TGFI itself, it's very much active.
Yeah, oh, and until now na naka-follow ko dun sa page na yon, and without you initiating that movement, hindi siguro matutuloy tong ginagawa ko ngayon. Wala sigurong Kuya J because of what you have been doing. And sabi ko nga, this is my way of parang paying it forward to the people who helped me. Kasi you guys are giving this stuff for free. And yun din yung pinaka-reason ko why itong mga content na to is available for every Filipino working outside the Philippines. Para nga matutunan nila kung paano mag-invest and mag-change ng mindset. So, siguro just to start our session this evening, para sa mga tao na hindi ka pa talaga fully kilala dito sa UAE, no? Can you tell us about a brief history before ka naging kilala as Mr. Investor? Paano ba yung life mo before when you were also an overseas Filipino worker sa Singapore?
So, in short, yung MMK story ko.
Yeah, your MMK story, bro.
Yung aking MMK story. So, well, for those who don't know yet, of course, papakilala muna ulit ako. So, my name is Floi Wycoco. Currently the president and of course the founder of the Global Filipino Investors. So, ito, lagi ko itong pinakwento yung story ko, no? So, to be honest naman, wala talaga akong alam when it comes to handling finances, investments, business. Zero knowledge ako a few years back, no. But for some reason, a friend, well, let's not go there first, sorry. Kasi before ako maging OFW, I was, of course, just like a regular Juan, no? So employee rin, no? But the difference that I was trapped within the rat race. In short, medyo yung income natin hindi sapat to the point that I wanted to buy things for myself that I can't buy during that time, no? So yung mga PSP, ano pa yung mga bagong phones, di ba? So of course, yung sweldo natin hindi pa sapat noon. So ano naging option? So my option was I used my first ever credit card that I was approved, and then I bought these things without even preparing properly. So preparing on paying it on a monthly basis. So I forgot to pay it for so many months that lumobo siya ng lumobo. So in short, hindi ko kinaya bayaran yung utang ko na yun sa credit card. Umabot siya ng 7 digits. And then doon din yung point na kung saan savings wise wala rin tayong savings nung time na yon. And I was getting older. I was around 24, 25 yata, na-realize ko, 24, na-realize ko na parang walang nagiging direksyon yung buhay ko nung time na yon. Magaganda naman yung mga kumpanyang napapasukan ko. Was in lahat ng telcos sa Philippines, no? Pero lang yung pinaka-latest ngayon na telco, naikutan ko yan, no? So, magaganda naman yung companies ko and okay naman yung sweldo, pero bakit hindi ako makaipon, no? At lubog pa sa utang. And then nandun na rin yung pressure that lack of financial planning, lack of preparation. Na-pressure ako kasi nga nagpaparinig na yung time na yon yung aking girlfriend ko pa siya ngayon. Now, she's my wife. So, paparinig na, kasal, and on. So, wala tayong ipon. So, paano gagawin ko? Hindi ako maglalakas ng loob na mag-propose sa kanya nung time na yon, no? So, I decided to become an OFW. So, I went to Singapore. So, as kumbaga, an OFW based in Singapore, that was also the first time that I got my first 6-digit salary in terms of peso value. When I first, tanda ako pa yun, when I first got 6 digits sweldo, syempre, masaya tayo kasi first time, in peso, ganito nakalaki to, 100,000 plus na to. So, na-excite ako that I went to the mall together with, kapatid ko, no? And we, sinamahan nila ako, sinuportahan naman nila ako. Bumili kami ng relo. So, yung relo, 70% nung value ng sweldo ko. Doon on that same day, ubos yung sweldo na yon. I mean, 70% yan napunta doon sa relo. So, in short, hindi rin talaga naging enough for me yung sweldo ko noon kasi it's not because of the salary, but it's more of how I handled my finances during that time. And I also realized parang I've been working for 6 months already in Singapore. Wala talagang save. Parang am I just wasting my time na nandun na experience ko yung lahat. First time kong nalayo sa girlfriend ko, first time ko na nalayo sa family ko, and nadi-discriminate pa ako sa trabaho. And yet, at the end of the day, wala rin akong ipon. Parang para saan pa yung sinacrifice ko. And then someone told me that I need to attend this seminar about financial education. So, just like this kind of session, no? So, simple lang yung mga mensahe. Parang, pag oras mo nang maisip na ayusin yung buhay mo in terms of handling your finances, you just have to do it. You just have to challenge yourself. Yung mga simpleng budget your money, invest your money, pay your debts, no? Parang simple lang yung mga mensahe, pero lumaki yung tama sa akin. At we're in sa bahay ko ending that event. Sabi ko, sige, ayusin ko na lahat. So I wrote down everything. I wrote down all of my expenses on a regular basis, monthly basis. And then by the time I got my first salary, sinabi ko sa sarili ko, 20% should go directly to my savings. And I was able to do it. So I was 20%. Then the next month, I challenged myself, 30% naman. Hanggang naging 50% na yun every month. Parang umabot pa yata ako ng 60% of my sweldo, my salary, naka-separate na yan sa savings and investments. And then, yun na rin, kinausap ko na rin yung bank na tinakasan ko noon. So, ayaw ko lang sabihin una, tinakasan ko yung banko na ayaw kong bayaran yung utang ko sa credit card. Pero tinakasan ko siya. So, tinakasan ko yung banko na yun. At of course, binalikan ko naman. I told them, I cannot pay you guys in full, but I can pay you on whatever I owe. So, if you can remove my all the interest that you've given to my account, so restructure program, they gave me that program. So I was able to pay it. So in short, cleared na rin yung na-clear ko rin yung utang ko rin na yun. And then I started to invest na rin during that period na. I started to invest. Nagsimula muna ako in ano ba yung una kong in-invest? Parang mutual funds, no? I invested in mutual funds, and then I opened my first insurance, and then I got na parang after 2 months, 3 months, nag-open ako ng stock market account because nandun na rin yung interest. Kumbaga, I just told myself I'm ready to correct my life, and for me, correcting is being more financially matured in terms of handling nga my salary, no? So I did that, and then nandun din yung hunger, just like you, Jay, no? So yung hunger to share my story to people. So I shared my story over social media. Friends supported it. Na bagong tayo yung Facebook groups nung time na yon. So sabi ko, subukan tong Facebook groups. Kasi nga, nakikita ko sa timeline ko, ganoon pala yun. Pagka yung group of friends mo talaga, medyo gastador, mahahawa ka. So nakikita ko sa timeline ko, travel, bili ng kung ano-anong gadgets. I mean, we're not saying that those type of activities are wrong, no? It's not that, no? So kumbaga, gastusin mo kung ano yung gusto mong paggastusan. But my point is that kung dapat may hangganan lahat, may limitation ka, no? So yun, I created the group, and then yung mga friends na nagsusupport, in-add ko sila, and then friends of friends added them. Tapos yun na, nagkaroon na ng TGFI. Tapos biglang na-realize ko na maraming taga Singapore na gusto nga ng mga seminars, no? So sabi ko, sige, kakayanin siguro yung seminar. So we created first seminar in Singapore. So ako pa lang yung mag-isa, wala pa talagang any volunteer. As in ako lahat. Ako yung reception, ako yung pagkain, ako yung host, ako rin yung mag-check kung may bayad ba. Wala pa ng bayad noong time na yun. Tama ba? Ay, may bayad, parang $20 noong time na yun.
Okay.
So, or $10. Kasi nga, for the food. Oh. So, but yun, parang na-experience ko yun, na-excite ako, kasi nga, marami palang interested na mga Pilipino. So, it was also the sign for me to do it more as an advocacy. And then, when I went to the Philippines for my vacation, sabi ko rin dun sa may mga volunteers na ng TGFI that time. So sabi ko, sige, gawa tayo ng event. And then we had our first event in Manila. Successful din. So nandun pa si Aya Laraya. So first time namin naging speaker si Aya Laraya nung time na yun. And then, sunod-sunod na siya. Parang companies started to notice our events that they want to sponsor those events, and that we had to incorporate the organization kasi nga may mga pumapasok ng mga company. So today it's already a corporation. It started as a events company conducting financial literacy related seminars, conferences. Today we're acting more of a digital marketing services company. Naging evolution na rin siya because of the ongoing pandemic. So we realize that companies are being more active digitally. So we've been doing different digital marketing campaigns for these organizations or this company. So yeah, so that's my story and the story of TGFI. No? So kumbaga dedication lang talaga in what we do. Kasi parang yung akala mo yung pakiramdam mo walang pumapansin, pero meron pala. Parang ito, like this, no? Akala mo ko ilan na yung nanonood, pero yung ilan na yun, malaki yung impact to them. Ganun kasi ako yung simula, parang ilan lang yung pumapansin nung mga contents ko, nung mga post ko sa Facebook. Account ko pa na yun. So sabi ko parang wala namang nangyayari. Pero as long as people are noticing your efforts. You know that there will be people that believe in what you do. And then, of course, the last person talaga that should believe in what you do is yourself. No? So, hanggat alam mo na tama yung ginagawa mo at feeling mo naman may self-fulfillment ka, just do it until you hit whatever you want to achieve in life.
Oh, ang ganda nung sinabi mo bro, yung mula nung start ka and even nung dulo, kasi ganun ka din pala nag-start, kasi even now I still feel na wala naman nanonood, 7, 5, 4, pero ang iniisip ko na lagi is what if yung isa dun sa 7 na yan would be able to influence 100 people, and then 'di ba, and yung 100, kasi isipin mo bro, siguro kung nag-stop ka dun sa ginagawa mo na yun, hindi rin ako naging advocate ng FinLit
Yeah.
Sa iyo ko nga una narinig yung salitang FinLit, sabi ko, iba, first time ko narinig. Ikaw yung OG ng financial literacy siguro ng mga OF. Kasi ngayon nire-rebrand din namin ng OFWs dito sa UAE. We prefer na alisin na yung W doon, hindi na workers but rather overseas Filipinos. And ang ganda rin nung initiative about Global Filipino Investors talaga, hindi na mga workers but rather investors. And wala, I mean, yun pala yun. And thank you for sharing that. Kasi siguro that's also the boost that I need right now, dahil it's a long way to go for the Philippines para talaga maging financially literate. Malayo pa tayo. We're too far from where we wanna go, and we really want to encourage more Filipinos then who are advocates and enthusiasts of FinLit na gumawa rin ng contents. And it started with you guys. Kayo yung mga OG ng FinLit. So,
well, totoo yan. I mean, the subject matter itself, when you say financial literacy, hindi naman talaga yan attracting. Kumbaga sa masa, tanungin mo, alam mo ba kung ano yung financial literacy? Pupusta ako dyan sa 10 tao, walang sasagot ko, alam nila kung ano yung financial literacy. I mean, you just ask 10 random people. You just go outside right now, and then you ask 10 people, 10 Pilipino or 10 tao, tanungin mo, what is financial literacy? Most of the time, they don't know. And we take note of that. And we know that the subject matter is boring. But of course, yung mga tinuturo natin, akala mo walang impact. Meron eh. Parang yung mga tipong, you have to save your money, you have to budget your money, mag-invest ka in the stock market, in mutual funds. Akala mo walang impact, pero one way or the other, meron eh. Nagkakaroon yan ng puso nila. And then, bigla na lang one day, bigla na lang lalapit yan sa'yo. Marami ako mga ganyang cases, parang nung una, mapansin, tapos biglang, suddenly, lalapit yan sa akin, uy, bro, alam mo ba paano mag-invest sa ganito, sa Jollibee, sa ganito, sa whatever, mutual funds. So, nung una, hindi ako pinapansin. Parang, nung una, parang feeling ko, nakukornihan sila sa mga post ko. So, just do it. Just continue doing what you're doing. Kasi nga, you don't know kung ano yung nagagawa nun sa isang tao. Kahit isa lang yan. No? As long
kahit
as
isa lang.
Who listens, just continue doing it.
Yeah, and that, maraming salamat talaga bro for saying that, kasi that's what every advocate needs right now, kasi nga mas nag-struggle talaga yung ibang parts ng mundo, and many Filipinos would really want to have a better financial future. Now, transitioning to our next conversation, kasi what we want from this episode is we want to teach yung mga nag-start pa lang, those who are interested, those are siguro na parang na-feel nila, uy, dapat pala nag-invest ako during nitong pandemic or what, or paano ba ako mag-invest, medyo nag-struggle ako. So, siguro one thing that we can share is paano ka nag-start? Ano yung mga challenges mo when you were starting dito sa pagiging investor? And I'm sure na-feel mo rin yung discomfort, kasi ako sanay na sanay akong gumastos for shoes dati eh. And, di ba, ikaw siguro sa shoes.
Collector ng toys naman ako.
Ikaw. Okay, ako doon. Tas every month talaga kailangan kong bumili ng bagong pair. If not, then I would feel na hindi ko na fulfill or hindi ko na natulungan yung sarili ko. Parang yung feeling of, anong tawag doon? Ano ba yung feeling na parang nade-deprive ka pag hindi ka nakabili ng sapat. Ganun yung feeling ko before. And ang hirap mag-transition. Alam ko na kailangan ko mag-invest, pero nahihirapan ako kasi I was so used to that habit of buying that stuff. Pero for you, I think, ewan ko, ganun din ba sa'yo nung bago ka? Was it one of your struggles when you were starting?
Of course. Very normal yan, no? Kasi nga, again, sino ba namang ayaw na dinedeprive nila yung sarili nila? Parang nasanayan mo nang bilhin yung mga ganitong bagay at alam mo na pagkadating ng sweldo, yung mindset mo, pinaghirapan ko to, I'll buy anything that I want to buy for myself. I want to satisfy myself, no? Pero again, they also have to realize that yes, you can satisfy yourself, but you also have to think of what will happen to you few years from now. I mean, let's say you're 20, 25 years old today. 5 years from now, you'll be 30. 10 years from now, you'll be 40. 20 years from now, you'll be 60. You'll be on your retirement age. The question is, are you financially prepared for that to happen pag dumating yung age range na yan, no? Second, isipin mo rin yung mentality na, yes, if you're an OFW or an OF, no, you have to realize that other than satisfying yourself, you also have to give that, kumbaga, responsibility to your loved ones. So, kailangan padala on a regular basis. Pero, I mean, doon pa nga lang sa laki na ng pinapadala, wala nang natitira sa'yo. So, you have to think na kung sino man yung next in line sa'yo, kapatid mo man yan, anak mo man yan, they will have to suffer what you've been suffering in terms of that type of way of living. That, kumbaga, yung rat race talaga yan. As in, iikutan lang kung ano yung napagdaanan mo, pagdadaanan yun ng anak mo or ng kapatid mo. Kasi sa case ko, almost ganyan yung nangyari, no? So, buti napigilan lang, no? Yung tatay ko was also an OFW. He'd been in Saudi for most of my lifetime noon, no? Sa kasal ko nga, hindi siya umattend eh. So, up to the point na kailangan na niya umuwi sa Pilipinas for good. So, he's already retired. Not because may retirement age siya, no. It's because nawala na lang siya talaga ng business. And ano doon, kumbaga, yung part na nakakalungkot doon is he wasn't able to prepare financially. Bahay lang yung merong konting lupa, pero binenta rin, may kotse, binenta rin. I mean, I love my father and I love my parents. We've been supporting them until today. Pero ayoko dumating sa point na maranasan ko yung para sa mga anak ko na ipapasa ko yung responsibility ko na dapat pagka dumating na sila sa age na may kanya na silang pamilya, focus na sila doon. I mean, if gusto nilang suportahan kami bilang mga magulang nila, so suportahan nila kami dahil because of lambing na lang yon. I mean, because they love me or mahal kami ng mga anak namin, but not to the point na mararamdaman nila na responsibilidad nila na
magbigay,
magpadala.
Magpadala, oo.
Cycle talaga yan. I mean, again, walang masama magpadala, but you have to also think of yourself. So, think of yourself is also by, again, starting at some point. So, starting at some point is, tirahan mo yung sarili mo. I mean, ano ba naman yung mag-ipo? Sige, magsimula ka muna 5% of your income. Pag nagawa mo yan in a month, that means yakang-yaka mo siya. I mean, nagawa mo yung 5%, just challenge yourself, no? 5% of your income. Automatic, withdrawin mo kaagad. Ilagay mo siguro sa bangko mo sa Pilipinas para hindi mo talaga magagalaw. I mean, kung may password ka man doon, kalimutan mo yung password. You try to check it out after a month, doon pagdating ng next sweldo mo, tanongin mo yung sarili mo, nagawa ko ba na yung 5% na nilagay ko sa bank account ko na yon, hindi ako na-tempt na buksan at withdrawin at gastusin para sa sarili ko. Kung nagawa mo siya, that means kaya mo yung 5%. Then challenge yourself again. 10% naman. And then 15%. Hanggang sa, yung doon ka na sa point na medyo nahihirapan ka na, that means hanggang dyan yung limit mo for now. Now, you also have to think, no? So, meron ka bang target goal when it comes to savings? Kasi ako, nung target goal ko noon sa savings is pang wedding. That was my goal for myself. As in, pag maipon ko yung wedding, sasabihin ko sa girlfriend ko pa noon, again, wife ko na nga siya ngayon. No? So, sabi ko sa kanya, I'm ready to go home. When I was able to reach it, sinabi ko kagad, walang second thoughts. Kasi nga, time na rin ako, for renewal na rin ako ng employment ko sa company ko sa Singapore. No? So, wala talagang second thoughts. Sabi ko, I'm ready to go home in the Philippines. So, tinanong niya ako, sige, financially, are we ready? Check ko naman finances ko, I'm prepared, nakabayad na ako sa utang ko. Meron na rin ipon, nakahulog na rin sa mga suppliers namin sa kasal, and meron kaming pang moving together. So I'm confident enough to say that. And then alam ko, yung naipon ko rin na knowledge for myself, yun din yung naging add-on doon. Yung kumbaga yung add-on factor for us to settle down and to be together in the Philippines. So right now we're together with the happy family.
LDR pa pala kayo nun, bro, no? So, isa yun sa pinaka-challenge sa mga OF na,
Yes.
na nawawalay sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. And maganda sinabi mo, dahil nag-start ka at 5% and then you started from 5 and then 10 and then 15 and then 20 hanggang dun sa point na hindi mo na kaya. Meaning yun nga, yun na yung pinaka-sagad mo, kumbaga. Kasi I remember, naalala ko nung nagkukwento ka, na nag-start ako mag-invest sa stock market. Parang nag-start ako nung I think 15 or 5,000. Tapos sabi ko, next month naging 10. Tapos hanggang sa na-addict ako, as in yung sabi mo 50%. Sabi ko parang umabot ako sa point na 50%. Kaya lang, doon lang ako nagkamali, siguro feeling ko naman, time na yon, doon ko na feel na hindi ko naman na-enjoy yung pera ko. So sabi ko, okay, parang hindi na, sobrang discomfortable na nitong, uncomfortable na itong pag-save ko na to. So siguro nilagyan ko lang ng konting fun money yung budget ko para at least ma-enjoy ko siya. And I think naalala ko, sinishare mo yung fun money na yun na hindi dapat lahat save ka lang, hindi lang pwedeng purong nasa future lang. You also have to enjoy the money that you're earning because you are living in the present, not in the future nga. Kaya nga maganda dahil na-mention mo yun, there's a balance in terms of how you should manage our finances.
Yes.
And yun nga ang ano.
Ang payo ko dyan is happy fund mo, gawin mong 10%. Ako naman, I call it happy fund. No? So happy fund, you separate at least 10% of your income. Ngayon, pagka may natitira naman dun sa happy fund mo month on month, that means hindi mo siya masyado kailangan na bumili something for yourself on a monthly basis. Ilagay mo ngayon yun sa savings or ilagay mo sa investments mo naman ngayon yun. So, I mean, it's all about the having that right mentality. Kasi in your case, no, nagsimula ka, yung mentality mo was to buy shoes. Yeah. So, kumbaga, naging addiction mo rin siya na naging goal mo na monthly basis na dapat mabili ko to, makabili ako ng ganito, something for myself, no? Same with investing your money, no? So once you were able to do it on the first month, magkakaroon ka rin ng self-satisfaction eh. And then you can challenge yourself na kaya kong dagdagan to eh. And then kaya kong palakihin to eh, no? Then tignan mo siya on a monthly basis, balikan mo month on month, makikita mo na malaki siya. Nagkakaroon ka ngayon ng satisfaction for yourself to grow it bigger. Na doon na bago na ngayon yung mentality mo, na yun na doon na switch yung mindset mo. So again, it's all about having that right mindset. You just have to challenge yourself until one day magawa mo nga siya. So
yeah, yung shift, no? It's the same thing, iniba mo lang talaga yung pinagkakagastusan mo. Now, it's more productive through investments. Kasi nung nakala ko, sapatos would be the best investments kasi I can resell it. Unfortunately, when you get to fall in love with the shoes, hindi mo na siya mabenta kasi nga meron na siyang part of you, ganun yung feeling ko nun. Kaya ang ending, hindi ko siya mabenta. Tapos nung last na uwi ko, last December, parang sabi ko nagpupulbos na yung mga sapatos ko. Oh my God, sana pala pinabili ko na nga lang ng shares ng Jollibee when I started working. Pero it's part of the... Parang ako centipede sa dami ng sapatos ko nung na-accumulate ko over time that I was collecting. Now before we go on to our break, isa sa mga common na question, or parang I'm not sure, I don't want to say na it's an excuse by many Filipinos in addition to yun nga nagpapadala kami and all, pero one of the reasons na hindi sila nakaka-invest is because meron silang utang. And I think majority ng Filipinos right now meron talagang utang na hindi maiiwasan, lalo na ngayong nag-pandemic. Now, ano yung masasuggest mo, bro, para matulungan silang mag-invest even if they are in debt? Or do you think ubusin mo nila yung utang bago sila mag-invest? Kasi most of the advisors would recommend that. Pero sa'yo, ano ang iyong say about that?
Well, I have to say this kasi may kanya-kanya tayong preference. So, kasi ako, my experience is that when I started to invest my money, inuutay-utay ko pa rin bayaran yung utang ko nun. I mean, what gave me more excitement is the fact na suddenly, nag-switch na yung mindset ko, yung mentality ko. As long as you know your goal. I mean, if you prefer paying your debts first, ubusin mo muna yung utang mo, and then tsaka ka mag-invest, then you do it. But if you think you'll be more inspired na may tinatabi ka for yourself, and then dun sa maliit na halagang yun, pwedeng kumuha ka ng konti for your investments, panglagay mo nga sa stocks mo, and then a part of your salary, ipa-prioritize mo naman to pay your debts, and then kung yun yung mas effective for you, then do it, no? As for me, just do it. What you think will be more effective. Ngayon, pag nakita naman nila na hindi talaga kasya, malaki masyado yung utang, marami masyado yung responsibility. So that's the time that they also have to challenge themselves na dapat add naman sila ng income streams.
Yeah.
I mean, kasi Filipino talaga sanay sa isa lang na source of income.
Yeah.
So,
Tama,
kailangan
bro.
din meron kang other sources. I mean, mahirap talaga maghanap ng ibang sources of income. But, of course, you just have to challenge. Again, part yan ng challenge din, challenging yourself, no? Na dapat meron kang additional sources of income. So ako, yung goal ko until today is to increase the type of
Streams.
income na hindi ko masyado pinagtatrabahuhan. So more of like affiliates or yung mga passive type of investments, yung mga business na magpapamanage na lang ako sa ibang tao. So kasi nga, that's my preference. And then, may pumapasok for myself on a monthly basis. So pwedeng ko ano yung kinikita ko, yun na yung pinang-i-invest ko, no? So again, you just have to challenge yourself, tell yourself na, sige, kung talagang hindi sapat yung sweldo, dagdagan ko yung sweldo ko, yung kinikita ko, yung kikitain ko. Kasi nga, they will always have time to learn how they can increase their income, no? Siguro naman, meron silang at least once a week na pahinga, no? They use that time to educate themselves, no? So go to the internet, search on courses, for example, like a digital marketing manager, di ba? So eto, actually noong una wala ko alam sa digital marketing. Right now, that's already the business model of TGFI. So again, it's all about learning it, no? So challenging yourself as well to learn something every day. Kasi nga, kung titingnan nila, no, every person that they meet on a day-to-day basis, they learn something from that person, no? So talagang they take that opportunity, that learning opportunity. So yun, so alamin mo muna, alin mo muna, pagka tingin mo ready ka na, then try to challenge yourself na kumita naman sa ginagawa na yun, no? So before, hindi din ako marunong medyo speaker type na pala ako before. Pero nung nagsimula ako to ask for professional fee on my speaking engagements, naging additional source of income ko na rin siya today, no? So I mean, these are things that can also help you, yung passion mo. So yung iba hindi naniniwala na yung passion, kailangan passionate ka muna bago ka pumasok sa business. Hindi sila naniniwala sa ganoon. Para sa kanila, kailangan may proper plan ka muna, yung business plan. No? Ako, passion should always be there kasi nga it's how you keep that skill or that work of yours more sustainable. Na tuloy-tuloy mo siya as long as you have that fire, that passion in yourself. Na kahit, for example, right now pandemic is happening, no? So kung hindi mo passion yung ginagawa mo at apektado yung negosyo nyo, no, mag-give up ka na lang kasi hindi ka passionate in doing that work, that kind of work. But if you're passionate enough, itutuloy mo yan kahit anong challenges yung kinakaharap mo on day-to-day basis. So sa akin, importante yung passion. Then again, multiply their sources of income. Challenge themselves how they can do that. How can they increase their sources of income? Kasi napakadami po.
Yes. And that's what I always tell my clients dito . Yeah, and what you said, bro, is totally true. Kasi what you mentioned there is not on the defensive side of personal finance, but it's more on the offense . Kasi majority of the Filipinos, or kahit hindi nga OF kahit yung usual na Filipino, would always think about how they would maximize their income. Let's say they only have one source of income. And what they do is, binabudget nila yon, which is good naman. Pero, if they would open up or they would think outside the box or look for opportunities outside of their current work, doon sila makaka-discover na, uy, skillful pala ako dito sa bagay na to, na I can earn something out of this. And what you said is actually true kasi it's one thing that everyone, and even me, I'm still trying to learn that. Even digital marketing, inaral ko rin yun eh. Nagkuha ko ng course ng Udemy, paano ba yung basic na, na even yung vlogging, paano yung basics. And eventually, yeah, I started to have some other streams of income. Through this then minsan I get some sponsorships. And maganda nga na-mention mo yung talagang you really have to be passionate about the thing that you are doing. And if it's not a burning desire, then definitely you will easily quit. And yung, di ba, yung why mo should always be there. Kahit na anong pandemic ang dumaan, kung talagang you feel that it's important to you, and there's meaning in what you are doing, tutuloy ka eh. We will always pivot eh. Kaya nga, nung yung ginawa nyo, lalo na yung event na i-introduce nyo, yun na i-announce mo, yung kaya nagpa-flash sa baba. Grabe, I mean, iba mas parang naging opportunity siya na mas magkaroon ng time ang mga Filipinos na umattend, di ba? Kasi dati ang excuse sa Pinas, traffic eh, daw makapunta ng Ortigas na Makati to attend those sessions. Ngayon, ayan, it's already free, and we have a lot of speakers and a lot of learnings in those 2 days. Mamaya we'll talk about that as well. Now, before we continue with our session, let's have a quick break. Of course, and this episode of ours is brought to us by none other than Denari Cash. Teka, hinahanap ko yung commercial. Ano ba yan, Kuya Jay?
Sending money back home is expensive, slow, and time-consuming. Not anymore. Introducing Denari Cash. Denari Cash solves this in a simple way. Denari Cash don't send money across border. Yes, you heard it right. So, you want to know how do we send money internationally without sending across the border? Simple. You make a local payment to Denari Cash, and Denari Cash makes a local payment to your recipient. That's right, it's local in then local out. From any account to any cash pickup and major bank account. That's the reason why Denari Cash makes money transfers so much cheaper and faster. Available on any mobile, tablet, and computer. Denari Cash is trusted and loved by tens of thousands of people just like you. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now and start saving now with Denari Cash.
And we're back. I'm still with the founder of TGFI, the Global Filipino Investors, Mr. Floi Wycoco, and we are discussing about how we can help Filipinos transition from being employees to investors. Ayan. Kaya yung topic natin is the Global Filipino Investors. So, bro, as we are progressing now, ano kaya sa tingin mo yung mga investments na it can be iba-ibang klaseng investments. It can be it can be financial, it can be something na personal development or what. So, what do you think would be the first investments that Filipinos should consider if they are new, if they are just starting out? Yeah.
Tama. Well, again, ito lagi talagang sobrang yan, sobrang suking-suking tanong yan, no? What's the best investment for you? And always, pag tinatanong sa akin din yan, I always say one thing, no? So, for example, if I'm a real estate agent, I'm a real estate broker, I will tell you, the best investment is invest in real estate, no? Or if I'm a stock market broker, sabihin ko stock market. If I'm a financial advisor, I'll say you get an insurance first. I mean, all of these investments are best, no? But for me, the best investment will always be the investment that you do for yourself, no? Invest in your education. So yan yung pinaka-importante, no? Invest in learning. Kasi nga, pag alam mo yung mga bagay na yan, alam mo how the stock market works, how what's the best insurance na best fit for you, what's the best real estate investment for you, hindi ka rin basta-basta kukuha just because someone urged you to invest, no? Kumbaga, iba kasi talaga nag-i-invest sila dahil kaibigan, nahihiya, or nag-i-invest sila kasi makulit, nag-i-invest sila kasi feeling nila sobrang best na yung in-offer sa kanila kasi with not much knowledge. So they have to understand na ang investment kasi talaga it's a process eh. Sabi nga nila, investment is not a race, it's a marathon, no? So same with your education, no? In let's say in financial education, no? So it's also a process. You have to do it step by
Yeah.
step. So yung ako, pinaka-basic is aralin mo muna, alamin mo muna para hindi ka basta-basta maloloko. Alam mo yung iba't ibang pasikot-sikot. Kasi it will only take couple minutes of your time. Maybe just spend at least 5 minutes of your time. Magbasa ka lang. Alam mo yun, nung nasa Singapore ako, yan yung talagang number one na naging goal ko for myself, no? 15 minutes of my time, I need to learn something new every day. Of course, bawal yung libro sa trabaho. Hindi ako mabasang tao, pero challenge ko nga rin yung sarili ko. So I educated myself. So I tried to learn about the stock market, technical analysis, mutual funds, different forms of investments until natutunan ko na siya, and then I applied it. Tapos, nung nakikita ko na naglo-loss na siya, naiintindihan ko siya na ano lang yan, unrealized loss lang siya. Hindi dapat ako emotional investor. So, na-control ko rin yung possible losses, no? I mean, yan. So, kung tatanungin niyo ako, what's the best investment? Invest ka muna sa sarili mo bago ka mag-invest in any form. No? Now, second is they should also know, kumbaga, the foundation as well of investing. I mean, bago ka mag-invest, it's also important that you know the foundation of investing, no? Of growing your money. Parang pagtatayo ng bahay, no? So pagtatayo ng bahay, di ba, foundation muna bago ilagay yung wall at yung bubong, no? Same with investing, foundation muna. So what are the foundation? So dapat they should know how to manage their finances well. Yung simpleng money management, budgeting of their money, yan yung pinaka very basic, no? So kung hindi nyo kayang, may mga apps naman na ngayon no? Kung ayaw mong isulat, kasi ako traditional kasi ako nung nagsimula, no? So sinulat ko talaga kasi nga mas visual ako Gusto ko nakikita ko yung progress ko on a day-to-day basis. Tinitingnan ko yan. Titingnan ko, nagastos ko ba to? Naipon ko ba to? So mas papel ako noon at sinusulat ko and mas nag-enjoy ako noon. So sa inyo, if mobile apps work, then you do that, no? So budget your finances first. Of course, if you love yourself and you love your family, no? So kailangan whatever assets na pundar mo, maprotektahan mo 'yan. Kasi nga again, ayaw mo naman na yung government mo or hindi makukuha ng pamilya mo kasi nga I mean, pag dito sa Pilipinas kasi may mga taxes pa yan pag kami nangyari sa'yo, bibili ka ng bahay, may estate tax pa yan. As long as 200,000, although nagbago na ngayon yung ruling, pero still, parang 10% na lang yata ngayon, no? So before, parang 20% umaabot no? So, I mean, it's still a big amount of money. What if the value of the property is at least, 3 million? The 10% of that is 300,000. What if walang 300,000 to the family, no? So, you should insure yourself. I mean, that's the message there. Insure muna nila yung sarili nila. I mean, yung insurance naman, hindi siya dapat tinatrato as expense. It's also one way of showing your love to your family, responsibility to your family, no? So dapat hindi mo siya tinitreat as expense. I-treat mo siya as commitment, as achievement for yourself, for your family, no? So ayun. So they insure themselves, and then they should also need to have at least emergency funds, no? So ito lagi itong kumbaga hindi siya binibigyan masyado ng pansin ng iba, no? So akala na emergency fund is something na basta may pera ka lang natira sa bangko mo, enough na 'yon, no? So best example is what's happening or what have happened, no? At the peak of the pandemic, peak of COVID, marami nawalan ng trabaho. Kung wala ka emergency fund, paano ka, no? So I mean, maraming nagsuffer, but those people who listen in what we've been teaching, or not just us, but other financial literacy advocates just like you, kung naintindihan nila yung purpose of having emergency funds, hindi ka masyado mabubulabog nung nangyari itong pandemic. Ngayon, no? So, dapat may emergency funds ka, no? So, emergency fund, it's really up to you. Sabi nila, it's 3 to 6 months equivalent of your monthly expenses. Ngayon, as long as what you are comfortable in putting in your emergency funds, no? For me, as long as, kung feeling mo comfortable ka na 1 month lang, then it's up to you. Basta pag wala ka ng trabaho after 1 month, dapat meron ka na ulit na kikitain after that, no? So, kung gusto mo 2 months, it's really up to you. As long as, dapat meron ka lang. I mean, you need that fund for situations, unexpected situations, unexpected circumstances, no? So, yan. So, you need to have an investment. You need to be insured. You need to have an emergency fund. You need to manage your finances. Ano pa ba? And then they also have to understand na pagka nakuha mo na yung mga foundations na yan, that's the time. Slowly, i-challenge mo na yung sarili mo to invest. Now, what are the best investments that we can give to them? It's really up to, well, it depends on your risk appetite. Mahirap kasi talaga siya. Kasi nga, what we mean with risk appetite. So, for example, ikaw ba yung tipong tao na pag magnegosyo ka, let's say, no? Gusto mo bang makita na kumita ka ng at least 50% ng kapital mo sa negosyo mo? Pero, ang kapalit nun, may chance din na mawala yung pera na yun by 50%. Kapital mo na yun, no? So, kung ganang type of person ka, so that means you're more of a high-risk type of investor. So, pag high risk ka, so start ka muna. This stock market, so it's a high risk investment instrument. Para ma-manage yung risk mo, start ka muna siguro with the most stable ones like blue chip stocks. No? I mean, well, I'm not saying na pag maglagay ka sa isang blue chip stock or yung, kumbaga, we call it mga top corporations. No? For example, in the Philippine Stock Exchange, we call them the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, no, mga index stocks, no, yung top 20 corporations. I'm not saying pag maglagay ka dyan, kikita ka na kaagad in 1 week, no? I mean, long term pa rin talaga when it comes to investing, no? So, pero kung high risk investor ka, pwede ka dyan, no? So, kung medyo, medyo conservative ka, so ayaw mo yung idea na mawawalan ka na 50% of your capital, takot ka sa mga ganon, then low risk ka lang. So, pag low risk, pang ano ka lang, mga bonds ka lang, mga ganyan. So, ano yung mga pautang ng, let's say, ng government. So, right, yesterday, we had a Facebook Live with Bureau of Treasury. So, they're offering their premium bonds, no? So, the government will ask money from you, mangungutang sa'yo, di ba? And then, after a year, meron ka makikitain na interest. No? Ganun ka kasimple. No? So, of course, the return is not that high. For this case na premium bonds, it's only 1.25%. So, kung enough na sa'yo yun, conservative yun eh. Kasi nga, mababayaran ka kasi nga, this is the Philippine government asking money from you. Nangungutang sa'yo. No? So, kung tingin mo naman, after a year, wala nang Philippine government, magsasarado na yung Philippines.
Na-invade.
Oo. Kung takot ka sa ganong idea. I mean, kung medyo conservative ka, yun, doon ka lang, mga bonds ka lang, or mga T-bills, treasury bills, mga ganyan ka lang, no? Now, kung gusto mo naman, you want to have a piece of the market of the Philippines, or let's say, gusto mo stock market, a piece of that, pero gusto mo medyo conservative, no? So, mutual funds, mga ganyan, no? Yan mga parang middle type of risk yung appetite mo. So, pwede ka mutual funds, mga UITF. So, gusto mo may ibang tao na lang na magmamanage ng pera mo. Pero gusto mo equity pa rin, stocks pa rin, pwede. No? So, and then other than that, I also recommend the most stable investment instruments like, yan nga, yung mga bonds. I always recommend naman pag-ibig MP2.
Yes, MP2,
They give good returns. I mean, nalaman ko lang sa kanila when we interviewed them parang 3 weeks ago naman. Sila lang yung government-ish institution na wherein nung dumating yung peak ng pandemic, instead of them increasing their interest rate sa mga pautang nila, nag-decrease pa sila ng interest rate. I mean, walang tanong-tanong from the Philippine government, sila na nag-create ng initiative. That means they have enough fund, no? And
may pera nga.
They want to make sure that people will not have hard time paying their responsibility through their pag-ibig loan, no? Now, pag may pag-ibig 1 ka, pwede ka mag-qualify dun sa pag-ibig MP2.
Mhm.
So, kailangan may MP1 ka muna. So, for MP2, so para rin siya mutual funds. Except, naka-invest siya sa Pag-ibig on whatever activities they have. They give good returns, no? In the past 3 years, nagre-range yan from 6 to 8.20% per annum. Okay na yun, 8% per annum. So, for
Tax-free pa.
100,000, tax-free pa, no? So, yan. So, kung gusto mo medyo hindi ganun kalaki yung risk, yan, okay yan. Pag-ibig MP2. And then, what else? Other investments. Marami kasi, to be honest. So, gusto mo,
Yeah, oo nga eh.
marami talaga. As in, global market, pwede rin, no? So, yung mga CFD, contract for difference.
Even
ano pa ba?
ETF is also I'm looking at
Mutual
ngayon
fund.
dito sa ano eh, oo. Sa
Mm.
UAE, oo,
Sa
ETFs.
ang Philippines lang yun nga lang, Philippines medyo bago-bago pa lang siya talaga.
Yeah.
Na nag-evolve when it comes to investments. I mean, nito lang nila ni-launch yung REIT, yung Real Estate
Yeah, oo nga.
Trust, no?
Investment trust,
So,
yeah.
okay din yun, no? So, kung gusto nila medyo dividend play kasi yun eh. So, I mean, may set of properties si Ayala. Ayala kasi yung first na
Yeah.
nag-list sa Philippines, no? So, may set of properties sila. Sabi sa amin parang 4 properties yun. Wherein whatever rental income they will get, you'll get a certain percentage dun sa as a dividend. Para kunyari, 4% per year. No? So, kung okay ka na doon, then yan, REIT, mag-REIT ka. Exchange traded funds, okay din yan. I mean, there are a lot of options. Yun nga, the problem here is pwede kang malito. So, which is why, ako, masasabi ko dyan is educate yourself. And kasama rin sa ano ko yan, sa challenge ko nga sa sarili ko, year on year, dapat may open ako na bagong investment for myself. So, yung challenge ko for this year is first time ko pumasok nga sa agriculture business, no? So, kasi nga naku-curious ako how it works, na gusto ko ako naman yung magpapatakbo. So, meron lang ako ibang business partners dyan. Pero, doon ko realize na iba pala talaga ako ng agriculture. I mean, it's very, there are a lot of risks. Kasi yung ano namin dito, yung computation namin dito, we foresee na in the first harvest alone, ROI na kami, no? Pero biglang suddenly kami actually January harvest na yung tanim namin, no? So bigla na lang yung bagyong Rolly, bagyong ngayon yung Ulysses. So hindi ko pa check kung ano nangyari sa farm. Pero nagtatawanan na lang kami kasi yung last check namin nabawasan na raw ng 20% yung projection kasi nga medyo may iba nang namatay na tanim, no? So hindi ko pa alam ngayon. Sana wag naman, no? So I mean, there will always be a risk there, pero what I like about educating yourself is kasama yan, pwede ka mawala ng pera pag nagnegosyo ka, but as long as you know what you're doing, at least you learn something. Ako, I learned something from that, no? So, I mean, siguro maglilimit ako ng konti ng portfolio ko sa agriculture. Yan yung what I learned from it. No? So, kasi nga hindi mo talaga unpredictable yung weather sa Philippines, no? So lalo na pagka I'm sure no, lalo na pag livestock yung alagaan sobrang pag hindi ready mo wala.
Ang hirap i-control nung business na ano. Actually, business is the siguro nga, 'di ba? Majority ng mga OFs gusto nila mag-business kaagad. And 'di ba, yun yung usual na okay, magtatrabaho ako ng mga ilang dekada dito and then mag-iipon ako, I'll keep my cash in the bank and then uwi ako ng Pinas and then saka ako mag-start ng business. Unfortunately, when they're old, wala silang skill to run a business or they let other people run the business. Tapos hindi nila naaral. Yun nga, 'di ba? Doon nangyayari. And that's one thing that we wanna say na pwede siguro mag-try muna sila ng franchise para at least alam na nila yung pasikot-sikot through yung system. There's a system in place. And tama yung sinabi mo, bro, na talaga everything begins with education or educating ourselves. Kasi yung pag alam mo rin sa sarili mo, yung risk tolerance mo, yung appetite mo, kahit sabi mo magkaroon ng loss ng dip ng market, alam mo na it's part of the game. It's part of
Oo.
the investment that you are doing.
Alam mo,
And
sorry may
sige lang.
dagdag ko lang I want to share this. Kasi nung nag-peak talaga yung pandemic, bumagsak yung stock market portfolio ko. I mean,
Yeah.
it went down by 30%, no? So what I
Mm.
did is naganap ako ng stock na sobrang purong-puro yung tama. As in, tamang-tama ng pandemic. And I know that over the long term, as in yung tipong I will just forget about this stock, no? Pero tinignan ko, sino ba yung pinakatamang-tama? So, isa yung pinakatamang-tama na nakita ko, Jollibee. No? Kasi
Yes.
si Jollibee, even before the pandemic, last year alone, ang dami nilang inopen na new investment ventures. So, ibig sabihin, yung kumpanya talagang naglabas ng kapital. No? So, we have to understand that bababa talaga yung income niyan for 2020. And then, at the same time, numating yung pandemic, so talagang bababa lalo kasi walang sales, no? So, from 300 plus pesos per share, it went down to 91, parang ganon. Doon ako bumili.
Nag-80 something pa nga ata.
90 something or 80 something, parang ganyan. Doon ako bumili. So, ngayon, it's already close to 60% up today.
Grabe nga, oo.
60% return. Okay na ako doon.
Yung girlfriend ko, nag-open siya ng una niyang brokerage account during the pandemic. And sabi ko, yan, bumili ka ng Jollibee. Ang laki ng lugi niya. Tuwan-tuwa siya ngayon. Sabi niya, wow.
Diba?
Sana dinamihan ko, sabi niya.
Diba?
Sabi ko sa kanya, never ever time the market kasi yun yung usual na challenge ng mga Gusto natin na makasakay during the right time.
Just understand how it works.
How it works.
There will always be buying opportunities. So, check mo lang kung ano nangyayari on current situation. So, for example, at this situation, dahil may lumabas ka na news na 90% na yung assurance na effective yung vaccine ng Pfizer, maganda yung naging feedback ng iba't ibang countries when it comes to the win of President Biden, no? So, kumbaga, nanalaytay yung relationship of different countries will be there. So, nag-react din yung markets. So, that means yung most of these blue chip companies, not just in the US, but also here in the Philippines, umakyat. And first time natin, the peak of pandemic that we went up to 7,000 points for the PSEI. So, parang dito lang yun, parang Tuesday lang. Sorry ba? Parang Monday, parang ganun lang. So,
naka-recover na.
Naka-recover. So, I mean, there will always be correction, pero as long as you know how it works or you understand how it works, nandun yung buying opportunity, malalaman. Just know what's happening. Kasi nga, those are your buying opportunities. So, maraming opportunities talaga. Basta educate nyo talagang isasang tabi. Napakalaki na magagawa niya sa iyo.
That would be the very best and first investment sa atin. Oo, tama.
Ako salesman ako ahente talaga ako by nature. Wala akong alam sa digital marketing, sa financial literacy, wala talaga. But it's by learning it, that's how I was able to build my skills. And today, yung naging pivot ng company ko from events to digital marketing services. So, even before COVID talaga, pinag-iisipan na namin yung digital marketing services together with my business partner, if Dino, si Sir JG Atencio, is the former general manager of 8990 Holdings. No, it's a publicly listed company. So, pinropose ko na to yung digital marketing services. So, nangyari lang talaga na nung yung pumutok yung COVID, we had to apply right away yung pivot namin. Supposedly, gagawin dapat namin to mga around July, August this year. Pero nung dumating yung COVID, April pa lang, pivot agad kami. So, I mean, those are opportunities, and we were able to pivot successfully because of the learning that we were able to gather through the years. No? So, I mean, kung sila ay follower ng TGFI, so if you haven't followed yet TGFI, no, so if you're going to check some of our contents, may formula kaming ginagawa dyan. Kaya
Mm.
most of these contents are successfully gumagalaw. I mean, nagke-create ng engagements, nagkakaroon ng traction. And during last year alone, no, bigyan ko kayo ng idea. Last year alone,
Sige.
our weekly organic reach in TGFI page, we're just reaching 500,000 per week. Organic yun. Meaning we're not
Okay.
paying 500,000. So, ma-reach namin yung 500,000, okay na kami. So, on a weekly basis. So, at least around mga 2 million per month. When COVID happened, we were able to reach at least, ilan ba yun? 10 million reach week on week.
A
So,
week?
today, per week. So, today,
Wow.
medyo bumaba na siya ng konti. Parang ngayon, parang mga 3.5, mga ganyan, to close to 5 million per week.
Grabe.
Pero, that's because of people get to understand na nasa internet talaga yung source of information. So, I mean, that's how we're able to attract brands slowly. So, ngayon,
Galing.
may mga pumapasok sa aming mga companies. So, may science kaming ginagawa dyan para kung paano natin mapatrend yung mga posts. So, I mean, throughout the months, years that you're going to do it, makikita mo what's the most effective type of campaigns, what's the most effective contents. Ako, masabi ko dyan, you just have to know your market, understand your market, and relay your message based on how you were able to understand your market.
Okay. Magandang yun maganda yung sinabi mo about digital marketing kasi talagang you can be the best person at what you do pero if the people don't know you then wala yun. Best known beats best pa rin talaga and digital marketing plays a very important role lalo ngayong pandemic kasi most of the people are on their phones or on their laptops searching for information. And ang dami rin.
Magugulat ka ngayon, I'm already part na to ng tinuturo ko. As in, companies are asking for me to train them when it comes to digital marketing. So, again, ulitin ko, wala talaga akong alam few years ago. So, iba talaga yung nagawa ng financial education. And, myself. So, yun. Kung gusto nyo na something that you will benefit from, no? So, wag nyo lang madaliin yung success, no? So,
okay.
one step at a time, educate yourself. Ang laki ng magagawa nyo sa inyo.
Self-development is very important, guys. And just to continue dun sa sa digital marketing nyo, I also signed up for that. I think a couple of before itong brand ko, meron akong ginawang brand na dalawa kami ni Emong, isa ring financial planner dito. And one of the subjects na binayaran ko for that learning is yung course nyo sa TGFI back then. I think that was 2 days yata. I think that was around 1,500 or 1,300. So inaral ko 'yon, yung natutunan ko doon, in-apply ko doon sa vlog namin and I think it also helped us. Well, I think but it really helped us in boosting our brand. Yung mga even the books that I'm reading here at the back of me, may mga digital marketing din diyan and dinagdag ko doon yung natutunan ko from the session that you have provided kasi in-invite mo doon sila Nix. Yung kila Nix. Oo, 'di ba? I think nag-PM ako sa umabol ako at the very last minute eh. Sabi ko, naku, kailangan ko 'to matutunan kasi nga hindi ako marunong dito eh. And kailangan maintindihan ko how digital marketing works. So, yun guys, tingnan nyo yung conversation namin ni Bro Floi already transitioned from yung sa investment yung akala natin na investments na pera-pera lang. No, it's not always about that. It's mainly about investing in ourselves. That would be our best investment, yung knowledge natin. Hindi yan. Mag-crash man ang market, if we are educated, we can always bounce back.
Yes.
We can find ways. 'Di ba? I mean, we can find ways. So, yun lang yung gusto namin dito na message na if yung education mo is always your best investment and it would give you the best ROI in the end. Ayun.
Yes.
And thank you, bro, thank you for always sharing your time and yung mga advice mo na very simple, 'di ba? Pero parang yung ibang tapos hindi napakasimple, alam ko na yun eh. Pero the only difference then, 'di ba, is yung the way they execute. So you really just have to execute. Knowledge alone will not help you unless you execute on that. Yes. So ganun yung ginawa ni Bro Floi. Say nakapag-transition din sila kaagad. nitong pandemic. Now, bro, how can they reach you pala para oo, and I think you have an event this
Yeah.
coming 21 and 22, right? It's
Yes.
about
Yes.
bonds and stock conference. Can you
That's right.
tell us more about it, please?
All right, all right. So, well, for our event this coming November 21 and 22, so we're having this bonds and stocks online conference. So it's our first event na ito yung theme. So it's actually under our passive income theme, no? So we've been doing passive income conference through the years. For this year, we've made it extra special kasi we focus on bonds and stocks for simple reason, because of what's been happening, the pandemic and all of the US election, no? So malaki yung impact kasi talaga niyan sa bond market and the stock market as well. So how it can complement each other, you want to know more, you join this event. The event itself will have at least 17 speakers, and the speakers are speakers that kumbaga masasabi ko na bibihira nyo makikita to mga speakers na to kasi nga they really
Yeah.
have a busy schedule. As in, I'm talking about the president of the Philippine Stock Exchange, Ramon Monzon, will be there. We also have Commissioner Kelvin Lee of Securities and Exchange Commission. We have some global market speaker. So we have in his skin. John Mangon will also be there. So he's a veteran stock market guru in the Philippines, and before he was in the US. No, Gus Cosio, the former president of one of the top mutual funds in the country. Fami now is with MRC, no, Allied. And then we have speakers from different corporations, fund managers, Fitzville, Ferte, Renzi Bailen. Of course, we also have our very own JJ Atencio, Ed Francisco of BDO Capital. So ito mga to, as in, ito yung mga speakers na magsiset ka ng meeting sa kanila, mahihirapan ka makapag-set ng meeting. Now, join this event, it's for free. By the way, libre ito. So, we're inviting you to join this event, and all you have to do is to register. Go to the website that you can see from flashing from the screen right now. Register there, and you'll have 2 days of fruitful learning from these people. Kasi nga ang basis ng learning sa makuha nyo dito, experiential, and of course, I think a little bit of theoretical, pero mas marami experiential based kasi nga yun yung talagang pinoint out din most of the speakers when we invited them in our event. So again, libre yan. So just go to this website, register, and it's for free. We'll be ngayon ang dami nang nag-register, parang right now sa 8,000 plus na yata yung registered for this event. So ano naman, we're sure that we can accommodate a lot of attendees kasi nga pinaghandaan na namin talaga yung platform namin dito. Hindi na to true. Before kasi ginamit namin yung yung ano namin, sariling website. I think ng technical issue kasi nga ang dami ring pumasok. So right now we're going to use another platform and we made sure that the site will not have any technical issues. Kasi nga when yun na rin yung ginamit ng last event namin last July. Successful naman yung run. So we're confident that we can accommodate these thousands of attendees. So join kayo, sana kasama kayo doon, no?
Yeah, and we
again, if you want to know more about TGFI, go lang in our social media page, the Global Filipino Investors, and yun, sa akin, if they want to know more about me, minsan nagagawa ako ng post, medyo nagiging busy lang talaga lately because our event is nearing. But if you want to follow me, I have my own page, so Floi Wycoco.
Ayan, Floi Wycoco TGFI. Ayan, oh. Naganda kasi nga itong bonds and stock market training nito is one of its kind dahil nga yung speakers are talagang powerhouse. And I'm really blessed that 3 out of those people na mag-speak doon has already been a guest dito sa aking program. And I really do hope na mas ma-introduce pa sila dito sa UAE market so that more Filipinos would be more empowered to invest and take charge of their finances through financial literacy nga. Dahil, di ba, yun lang naman ang goal natin eh. We want to make sure that our country becomes, goes back to its golden years na tinitingala sa Asia, and not just Asia but all over the world. Kasi nga based on our experience as OFs, 'di ba? Other nationalities are really thriving because many of them know how to handle their finances. And it's sad na yung mga foreign investors would go to our land and they would build their business there and earn money through us. Why not? Hindi na lang tayo yung gumawa nun for our country. So that siguro wala nang aalis ng Pilipinas and mag-work. Baka in sometime, hopefully no, in the future, tayo na yung mag-hire ng mga expats.
So masarap yan pakinggan. So
Oo.
we're hoping that we get to develop more Filipino entrepreneurs and of course investors, no? I mean, whatever you will be investing for yourself is something that you can be proud of in your future self, no? So at the same time, importante kasi talaga na mag-prepare ka as early as you can. Kasi nga, one day you'll just see yourself, you're older already. Baka mawalan ka na rin ng hindi ka na preferred ng boss mo. Sabihin ng gusto niya mas bata, mas skilled than what you know. So, I mean, that can happen. And we've seen what happened on the impact of this ongoing COVID pandemic. Ang daming nawalan ng trabaho. So, we're not here to scare you, but we're here to let you realize that as long as there's time. So, if today you're watching this episode, and you realize that there's still time for you to save something or invest in yourself, do it. Invest in yourself.
Exactly. Ang dami nating napag-usapan ngayon, bro. And I'm sure kulang tong isang oras or even 2 or 3 hours dahil sa passion natin for this topic. No? And I really do hope na I can invite you again in sometime in the future once there's a chance. And I'm really blessed that you accepted my invitation. And thank you again. And beyond hindi ko alam kung paano ako magiging grateful for you kasi if not for your initiative, we never met personally. And yung content na ginawa mo, if not for what you have done in the first place, hindi ako aabot sa ganitong level na iba yung passion ko for financial literacy because of you. Yung vision mo, I just borrowed that vision. And because of what you started, it's also what I'm using to help many Filipinos here. And thank you won't be enough for me to say whatever that I'm grateful for. So again, bro, yun. And if there's anything that I can help you, I'll be more than willing to do that. Okay? Kasi nga, you changed the way I think about investments, and that's what I also want for other people. Other Filipinos then, of course.
Yeah.
So yun.
Yun naman yung gusto natin. I mean, I myself is for once, well, until now, I'm still a student, but I myself, for once, was at almost the same situation, no? Talagang walang alam. And then suddenly someone started to believe in myself, believe that I can do it, that I can spread this advocacy. And then yun lang, I just needed that one person to believe in me. And then yun na, dire-diretso na siya. So I mean, we can be student at one point, but iba kasi talaga yung nagagawa pagka may naging impact siya sa buhay mo. So one day someone will also say the same things that you said to me. I'm sure of that. So yun yung gusto nating makuha. I mean, yan yung kumbaga rurok nung whatever hardship or efforts that we've been doing. Kasi nga iba yung nagagawa ng ganitong klaseng mga mensahe to people like us. I mean, ito kasing financial literacy, yung advocacy ito talagang mahirap din ipaliwanag sa tao. Like to say, boring. Subject matter na to, boring. Kaya kung titignan nyo yung messaging namin sa TGFI page, as in, kung kailangan itagagalog, pinatagalog namin niya. Kasi nga, ang hirap siya ipaintindi sa tao. So, again, yun lang. So, ang masabi ko talaga is just continue doing what you're doing because you never know how many people or who are these people na naniniwala rin sa mensahe na pinaparating mo through these efforts.
Yan. Thank you so much again, bro. And your message really gave me a great boost to continue whatever I'm doing. Okay? So once again, ito ulit si Kuya Jay, aka the Purpose-Driven Advisor. So we want to see you on our next episode. And don't forget to attend yung event ng TGFI again This is yung Bonds and Stocks Conference happening November 21 to 22. Free registration. Just have to go to the
Okay.
website. Oo, tgfi.ph. tgfiph.com/bsoc. So I'm gonna see you there. Bye-bye! Thank you, Broly, sa ulitin.
Thank you.